Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're really getting into something fascinating. How to live longer, healthier lives.
Yeah, it's a great topic.
We've gathered some really interesting sources on these places called blue zones. Think spots like Ikaria in Greece or Okinawa, Japan.
Places where people are just consistently living longer, healthier lives than almost anywhere else.
Exactly. And what we want to do is connect what they eat, their dietary habits, with broader healthy eating principles that apply to everyone.
Right. So the goal here is to really boil down the key insights for you. Think of it as a shortcut.
A shortcut to seeing how these established health tips are actually lived out in these amazing communities.
And it's fascinating, isn't it? Seeing how these simple daily habits can lead to such profound results in longevity. Real-world proof.
Okay, so let's unpack it. Our sources point to about 7 core healthy eating ideas. Ideas that are just normal life in the blue zones.
Mm-hmm.
First one, maybe the most fundamental. Choose whole, unprocessed foods.
Absolutely foundational. It's the bedrock. We're talking about food that looks like it did when it came out of the ground or off the plant.
So what specifically?
Well, think about the fava beans in Sardinia or the bitter melon Okinawans eat. Lots of whole grains, leafy greens, nuts, seeds, lean protein, but mostly from plants.
So it's not just eating your veggies, it's their whole food culture.
Precisely. It's just how they eat.
Which leads nicely to the second point. Limit processed and packaged foods.
Mm-hmm.
How do they manage that? It's everywhere for us.
Well, that's the interesting part. In many of these zones, traditionally, that stuff just wasn't available or common.
So it wasn't like a daily temptation they had to fight.
Exactly. Their food culture developed before hyperprocessing took over, so they naturally avoid all that extra salt, sugar, unhealthy fats. It's baked into the system, not just willpower.
That's a really key difference. Okay, and point 3 ties into this. Cook your own meals. This feels huge.
Oh, it's massive. Meals are almost always made from scratch. At home, often together, like communally.
So it's not just about knowing the ingredients, though that's important.
Right. It's also the ritual, the act of cooking.
Yeah.
Sharing recipes, it slows things down, makes it intentional. You have total control over what you're eating, no hidden restaurant stuff.
That intentionality.
Yeah.
It seems to flow right into number 4. Pay attention to portion sizes. How do they do that without calorie apps?
Yeah. No apps needed. It's more like cultural wisdom. Take the Okinawan idea, hara hachibu.
Right. Eat until you're 80% full. I've heard of that.
Exactly. It's a pause, a mindful check-in. Are you satisfied? Not stuffed. They also tend to savor meals, eat slowly, often with others, use smaller plates maybe. It encourages moderation naturally.
Just listening to your body. Sounds simple, but...
Oh, but hard in our fast-paced world, I know.
Okay, 5th tip. Stay hydrated. Seems basic, but how do they approach it?
Simple but effective. Water is number 1, always. In places like Ikaria, maybe mineral-rich spring water or herbal teas like rosemary or sage. Consistent hydration.
Any other drinks?
Well, in some zones you see moderate red wine, usually with meals, socially. But the main thing is pure hydration, not sugary drinks.
Which is a perfect lead-in to number 6. Limit added sugars. A modern-day battle for many.
But less so in the blue zones. Traditionally, added sugars are really low because sweets are for special occasions, not every day.
And they'd likely come from fruit or honey, maybe?
Often, yes, natural sources. Or traditional preparations. It's just not a sugar-heavy food culture, which of course helps fend off chronic diseases.
Makes sense. Okay, last one, number 7. This feels like it pulls it all together. Be mindful of your eating habits.
It really does tie it all up, doesn't it? If you look at the big picture, eating in blue zones is often, well, almost sacred.
How so?
Meals are savored slowly, often without distractions, no phones buzzing, no TV on, and almost always with family or friends.
That community aspect again.
Yes. It makes eating this mindful, social, joyful thing. It helps you connect with your food, notice when you're full, digest better. It transforms eating.
So when we look at all these blue zone practices, they're really a powerful living example, aren't they?
Absolutely. They show how putting these fundamental healthy eating tips into practice, like as a way of life, really contributes to well-being and a longer, healthier life for you.
It really proves that small, consistent changes, deeply embedded habits around food can have these huge lasting benefits.
Exactly. It's not about fad diets or drastic changes overnight.
So the question for you listening becomes, what does this all mean for you?
Think about it. The Blue Zone way isn't about deprivation. It's about intentional, consistent choices, often rooted in tradition and community.
So what's one small, consistent change you could maybe take from this? Something inspired by these blue zones to start your own journey.
Yeah, what really stands out to you from this deep dive as maybe the most impactful thing you could try? Something to think about.